It took a while before I had the chance to drive and live with the top-spec Honda BRV VX here, but it sure is worth the wait. Now, when I made my MPV Battle Royale video, the BRV VX placed second overall, and if you want to know why this MPV scores high in my book, well, stick around and watch this video. Let's do this. When you shop for an MPV, it usually means that you've let go of your sporty driving dreams in favor of adulting. I mean, an affordable family 7-seater is usually the ride for a person with a ton of responsibilities. However, Honda understands that even as we age, there are some of us who crave performance to go along with convenience and value. Now, for 1,390,000 Philippine pesos, the top-spec Honda BRV VX is not the cheapest out there, but it does add so much value to this asking price. So, can the Honda BRV VX rekindle the fire of driving performance amongst the mommies and daddies out there? Let's find out. Here at Reagan's Rides, we do car reviews of SUVs, sports cars, trucks, and everything in between. So subscribe and hit the bell. Now, before we answer that question, I just want to get this out of the way right now. You see, this BRV VX, this top-spec BRV VX, is the only local BRV variant that comes equipped with Honda Sensing. Now, Honda Sensing is the full suite of driver assist aids which you are now seeing on your screen. Now, I opened this video with Honda Sensing because, by golly, this, my friends, is the best driver assist package that you can get at this price category today, at least here in the Philippines. Now, it's the perfect balance of sensitivity. It's not too weak, and it's not too OA. It's not gonna surprise you. Not buluga like that. It's not gonna be like that. See, the adaptive cruise control of this baby right here is so fantastic, especially when you pair it with the lane keeping assist. Now that, my friends, makes family road trips so comfortable and not to mention safe. Now, when it comes to the drive itself, well, the BRV VX is a wolf in sheep's clothing. You see, if you just want to save fuel, just drive sensibly, and the eco-coaching of this vehicle will keep things efficient. Now, I like the fact that the eco-coaching is built into the car. I mean, you don't have to press an additional eco button to get there. So yeah, that is pretty convenient as well. Now, driving around the city in eco mode, just doing a little bit of a fuel economy run in the city, I got 10 kilometers per liter. And when I went on a really eco run on the highway, I was able to take it up to 24 kilometers per liter. The thing is, if I just want to drive like how I normally drive on the highway, well, the more realistic figure is around 20 kilometers per liter, which is still fantastic, pare. Especially if you are a frugal and responsible adult. But there are moments when you just have to throw out that slow and mature drive in favor of a more spirited approach. Like, say, when you're late for a meeting, or you just need to find the nearest toilet because you gotta do the number 2 pronto. Now, during these times, you can shift the BRV VX to S or Sport mode, engage the paddle shifters, and step on that pedal. Now, when you do that, the BRV transforms into a totally different beast because we have a 1.5-liter 4-cylinder DOHC gasoline engine here that Honda says is the most powerful in the MPV class, or at least in the small MPV class. You see, we have 119 horsepower here and 145 Newton meters of torque paired with a CVT transmission. Now, pare, I'm not really fond of CVTs. But when you put it in sport mode, well, the CVT of this BRV yeah, gets a passing grade from me. Now, Honda has also tuned the ECU of this vehicle to hold the gears at the red line, yeah, which is unexpected from an MPV. You see, that just shows to me, you know, Honda's F1 racing DNA. And it seems that they also put that even in this small MPV. I really love how this ECU, you know, just adjusts to my driving style in case I really need to hammer it. Now, the paddles are also really responsive, which is another unexpected surprise from a docile MPV. The BRV may be a multi-purpose vehicle, but this second gen has been upgraded to make it look more like an SUV. You see, it now shares the same design language with the Honda HRV and the CRV, with its full LED lighting units here and its squared-off muscular stance. Now, the BRV VX that we have here is fully kitted out with Honda's optional genuine accessories, which I must admit makes this BRV look pretty darn good. You see, we've got the door visors here. We've also got a side mirror garnish. We have a front fender garnish there. And we also have this door handle protector in case you have long fingernails. And when you open that door, we also have that side sill or side step garnish right there with the BRV name. Now, it's a nice and subtle look, and it doesn't really scream ricer or badui to me. Now, dude, I am particularly fond of the front fender garnish here because it makes the BRV VX look quite sporty, and it goes quite well with those 17-inch sporty looking alloy wheels right there. Now, when it comes to the mechanical bits though, well, the top-spec BRV VX shares the same mechanical bits with the other BRV variants here in the Philippines, which means that we have ventilated disc brakes up front. We still have drum brakes at the back, which is a bit of a bummer. And for the suspension, we have a MacPherson front suspension and a torsion beam at the back. Now, as for the ground clearance, well, it's a healthy 207 millimeters. So floods and broken roads here in the Philippines will not be an issue for the BRV. The cockpit of the BRV VX is comfortable, and it also feels like a sedan's cockpit. Now, we do get some niceties here like leather seats and a leather wrapped steering wheel, although the steering wheel, yeah, only tilts. It doesn't really telescope, so that's a bit of a bummer, especially if you're a taller driver than myself. Well, at least we do get paddle shifters here, so yeah, that has to count for something. Now, we also have a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system here that comes with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and the image of a reverse camera. The thing is, that screen real estate is a bit on the small side, which explains why the Honda BRV VX only placed second in my MPV Battle Royale video. Now, if you want to know who won in that video, well, you can also click the link above. Now, as for the safety bits, well, they are the best in the segment though, because on top of Honda sensing, well, we are also getting all of these safety features here. Now, there's also some nice textures and shapes that come into play on the dashboard of the BRV VX, as well as the door cards, you know, making this cockpit a really pleasant place to spend a lot of time in. Another big plus of the BRV VX is the steering, braking, and handling. You see, I have to hand it to Honda. They really know how to tune these systems for a complete driving experience. You see, dude, this may be an MPV, but it drives like a sedan. Steering feel and sharpness are on point, and handling is, yeah, better than most MPVs out there. You can do relaxed drives in this MPV and get great fuel economy, but if ever you're in a rush, you know that it will deliver. It's like a geeky girl in glasses and pigtails, but when the need arises, yeah, that geeky girl will transform into a sexy minx that's ready to satisfy your performance needs. Now, it's all great. And the thing is, dude, I'm just alone here. So the bigger question is, how does it perform when you're driving with a full load? I'm talking to you as if I'm a race car driver and as if the BRV VX is a sports car. But pare, this right now is the real life purpose of the BRV VX. You see, we're going on a family camping trip now, and as you can see, we are a full load. Say hi, kids. Say hi. Hi. Wave na, wave. Wave. There, see? So we're a full load. Now, the good thing here is when you're going on a relaxed drive with your fam, the BRV can easily handle a full load. And dude, when you're driving with your fam, yeah, it's always best to just drive at a relaxed pace. Now the thing is, when you're driving on an inclined road, well, it would be best for you to pop it in sport mode for that added push. But one thing that this family camping trip has proven to me, well, the Honda BRV VX can easily handle a full load of passengers plus their luggage. Now, speaking of luggage, the Honda BRV VX may look small on the outside, but it can carry a bunch of bags here, as you can see. Now, at 530 liters, you can confidently go on a family camping trip and know that you can bring all the stuff that you will need, except maybe the kitchen sink. Honda proudly says that the BRV is the most powerful MPV in its class. After driving it for a week, I would agree with their claim. While it's not as powerful as, say, a turbocharged crossover, the BRV VX still delivers the most engaging drive in the 7-seater small MPV segment today. Now, when you pair this engaging drive to the safety and convenience of Honda sensing, then you can see that the Honda BRV VX is a great fit for the person with a lot of responsibilities, especially those who want to, say, let loose from time to time. Thanks for watching.